All right, y'all. So tonight we are talking about why herbalism fails most people. Now, most people, when they look at herbalism, they look at it as a side note, right? It's not really like my whole health regimen, right? They look at doctors as their real health regimen. And then, herbalism is just like a side note. Yeah, it might have some benefits and everything, but it's not going to prevent anything or really help anything, right? And this becomes a really big problem because we really need to change our mindset around natural health and herbalism. And here's why. The reason why it doesn't work for a lot of people, there's three major reasons, right? One, too many herbs. Two, not enough herbs. And really there's four reasons, but I kind of put these two in the same. But the quality of the herbs, and then the strategy. There's no strategy, right? So we'll start with number one. Too many herbs. Too many herbs. It can be sporadic, overstimulating, understimulating, right? So there's a good balance. Every individual is different, and that's why God created so many different herbs, because there's so many different people, right? And we all need different things. Well, first of all, you have to get the right herbs. You can't just get a whole bunch of herbs and start taking a whole bunch of stuff. That could actually harm you, or at least not give you any real benefit that you're really going to notice, right? It could be stopping your medications or interacting with your medications if you're taking medications. It could be interacting with your lifestyle and how you want to feel. And so there's all sorts of different things that it could be doing to hinder your health or cause problems later down the road. See, people tend to think that herbs are harmless because they don't work, but that's not the case at all. They work extremely well. You just have to know what you're doing and how to approach the whole herbalism world, right? Two, not enough herbs. This is another problem, potency, right? You can get the right thing for your condition or for your body to help in your condition, but you're not getting enough of it, right? Potency is huge. And then there's also the factor, which is why quality kind of goes into this, but there's not enough standardized, or it's with quality, they take out a lot of things. So you're not getting all the different chemical compounds in an herb. One that comes to mind is vitamin C, right? They will strip vitamin C down to ascorbic acid, right? And when you do that, you take out all of the cofactors and co-elements inside of a berry or a fruit that would actually help vitamin C be so much better at repairing tissue damage and modulating and helping build the immune system, right? It would be so much better at its job if it had all these cofactors, these metabolites and everything to help it actually process, right? And there's many different ways that it does that, but you get the picture. You have to have those cofactors that go along with it. That's why whole foods is so important, or at least having all the chemical constituents in an extract in a particular preparation. That way you get the full benefit. So then that's a part of quality. You want to make sure the stuff that you're getting actually has what it says it has in it. There's plenty of cases out there where people thought that they were getting something because it was marketed really well, but they weren't actually getting that. See, that's the problem with herbalism or herbs, is that it's not as regulated as prescription drugs. At least when you go to buy a prescription drug, you know that is exactly what it is. With herbs, you really got to seek out and find good companies, or you make your own, right? You make your own, and you can do that in many different ways, and we actually go through that in Herbalism 101 through Herbalism 303. And so get on those courses on the school app, and you can go through those courses, and we are building those courses every single day, but we're already getting started on all of that. But we are opening up the whole methods of preparation and everything like that. First, you have to get your mindset right around it, and then you can go into the methods of preparation. But it's all relative. It's all the same. But when you're able to grasp those concepts, you can then move on to strategy, right? When you're able to know the quantities and either too much or too little, right? There's some herbs that you can take a whole bunch of, and I'll tell you, hey, here's 4 bottles of this. Take it over the next 2 weeks. Split it up, four capsules every hour for the next 2 weeks, and you won't have any issues, right? But then there's other herbs where it's like just a small amount will do, and over a long period of time, right? So you have to know those things. So once you know the quantities, once you know the quality, then you have the strategy. How am I going to put this together with not only other herbs, right, but other modalities, healing modalities, massage, oil therapy. There's all sorts of different therapies, light therapy, muscle sensation. There is meditation, stretching, hydration therapies, colon therapies. There's all sorts of different healing modalities out there that can really just rock your world and shake things up, and make everything so awesome. But you have to know the right strategy. You have to put it together correctly for you. There are some things that I recommend people do. Pretty much everybody do, right? But there is a strategy to everything. There really is a strategy to everything, and that is important to know, and that is what you will learn in the Herbalism class. And actually the Herbalism 303 is all about how to strategize and how to pick your herbs and formulate properly with your base layers and your mids and your highs, and how to approach that actually around specific diseases. And then we get into, so with that course, you can really learn how to strategize on your own. With our other course, which is in the VIP section of the school, we actually go through, we basically are setting up an entire cyclopedia on all the diseases, right? So you'll go in there and you'll see a list of all the major diseases, and you'll be able to say, sweet, this is what they're doing for this, and that. And this is why. You'll be able to understand the nature of the disease, the reasoning behind it, what's really going on in the body, what other modalities actually depict it as, and then you'll be able to go through and see the different formulas and strategies of attacking that particular disease, which is really awesome, because then you can take your strategized herbalism and also apply it and take it even further if you would like to. So it's really awesome. We are just really excited about all those courses and everything. But those are the main problems that are going on with herbalism to this day. People are still confused about why it's not working for them. And I'm telling you that herbalism is better, more efficient, and faster at solving all your health issues than modern day medicine. I will stake my life on that. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you subscribe if you're on YouTube. Make sure you get on the school app so you can see the different courses. My book is there, and 4 Components of the Diet course is released to the public for free. And so we're excited to see you there. Thanks.